Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this Invictus Racing League, working in partnership with RacingLineMP.com. I hope you're okay and well. Uh, I am your host with the most, Malk. Tonight we're at the glorious race of the Hungarian Grand Prix. I am with the Performance League 1 as always. I do apologise, guys, if you just joined. I'm just trying to make sure it's still live. Yeah, it's live. Cool. So we're just at the glorious race of Hungary. Now this track is a 2.722 miles slash 4.381 kilometers circuit length. Should be about 35 laps overall in the 50% races, and it contains of 14 turns. Now around here we've got 12 drivers tonight. We've got Aaron J. Spence in the Force India. You've got SJD in the Haas, I believe. I think so, yes. Ferrari LFC10 is in the Toro Rosso. Jamie is in the Haas. Fasconi is in the Red Bull. Mike is in the Ferrari. Tony White is in the Sauber. Mr. Scorsese is in the Williams. Spud is in the Renault. LMC Booksters in the Sauber. MG Coops in the Ferrari. And Tejoir, the old veteran, is in the Renault tonight. Now, a bit of a recap from last week. Tej, on his stuff, he's done a fantastic moment. But I'll stop right now because we're going to have a minute's silence for who's that? Oh, we've already had There would have at the start the guys would have been prepped up, and we would have had the minute's silence for the events of what happened at Leicester City. We hope Leicester and everyone else stay strong, and it's just affects everyone at the sport. So Leicester needs to stay strong, and I'm sure they will anyway. I wish them all the very best on that one. So, but yeah, it's just looking at it around the Hockenheim ring. We've got a few drivers going out now. They did, as I said, Tejoir did his proper first ever win at the Hungarian at the Bahrain Grand Prix. So be interested to see how these guys can capitalise. And also Jamie on his lap now, as you can see, a little bit of blue tint as represented of the events at Leicester City as well. So mutual respect with that as well. So fair play to you. And Jamie, how should I put this? Again, fantastic bloke. Newcomer to the league as always, as I said from the last time. But as I said, he hasn't raced in the in this league. Well, it's brand new stuff, but it is interesting stuff because he needs to try and get some decent stuff in, because if I remember it right, I'm just loading up the tables now just to make sure I don't want to miss anything up. But I know Tej won it last week with that convincing win, but Jamie got sixth last week, so it'll be interesting to see how he can do in the Haas car. Some of the drivers are prepped up and ready to go on this. So looking at Jamie now, coming up to the first few corners now. Past the first two DRS straights now, and within here he needs to try and get into within the 27s, I think. I say 27s, low 28s, high 27s, to get some decent stuff. And he's on the medium tyre, so he will try and start on the medium tyres if he can, because this tyre, he lost the car there on that the chicane part. But this pie is always tricky. The second sector is always tricky. I always get it wrong, especially where the part where he's coming up now. Like, you've got to get it spot on around here, otherwise you're going to get invalidated on the left hand side here. So a good evening to everyone else who's just joined. Mr. Skysea's done the fastest lap of 1:19.9 on the soft tyre in the Williams car, so that's a cracking lap from him. So let's want to see how everyone else is battling out now. So what does Jamie do on the last corner on turn 14? get on the DRS straight now, and he gets a 120.5, but that was invalidated. That was an invalidate, or was that his proper lapping? I don't know. But anywho, he would have done a 120.5. If you just joined, sorry, if you just commented, sorry, he was going to re-comment again. Oh, Tej, the old veteran, has done a 118.6 on the Renault car, so fantastic lap from him. Absolutely belt of a lap. What does Aaron J. Spence do? Aaron J. Spence on the medium tyre, he's done a 121.8, but that is not his best. That's not been recorded. So what does LFC do? What does LFC do? He's going to pass a few corners here. Again, a newcomer into the Performance League, and he's done. He was unfortunate last week in the Bahrain Grand Prix, but watching it now, I think he'll need to try and get at least a bit of a boost in this. But some of the drivers haven't done much on the qualifyings at the minute. But Ferrari LFC do everything possible. Tony Wise done a 119.5 on the medium tyre. On the medium tyre on the Sauber. That's a cracking lap from him. Oh, Coupe! Oh, it's a major Coupe for that one. A 116.6 on the Ultras. Where did that come from? Where did that come from? LFC 10. Ferrari has done a 120.1 on the soft tyre. Not enough. Not enough to get past. Where is... Right, we're just going to watch the Spud now. So Spud got 5th last week in the Bahrain Grand Prix. So he'll try and do everything he can to try and get some decent points up at the minute. But... oh, Spud's lost it! Spud's lost it on turn 13. Unlucky 13 on that one. But he'll have to try and get back into it. Yeah, he's lost a bit of his front wing as well. Yeah, he's lost a bit of his front wing. Well, where's Jamie now? As I said earlier in the stream, he did a 120, I think it was, or 121. So, just watching to see how Jamie does on the turn 13 and then coming to the 14 now. Is he going back? Oh, I thought he was going to go back into the pits. He's got enough to do a little bit of the ERS now. He's got one last bit of push there. What can he do? And the Haas. Oh, he's done a 119.7 on the medium tyre. But he had 2 laps on that medium tyre. So hopefully that he'll try and get another lap in if he can. Aaron J. Spence is slowing down. Fascone is slowing down. MJ Coupe. 2 seconds from everyone else. Coupe will be thinking, what do I need to do to get some advantages here? But that is just a cracking lap from him. A 116.6 in the Red Bull car. But can everyone else? Everyone else is like 2 seconds apart. So will this be a Coupe winner tonight, or will it be? Will there be some shocks along the way? If you just joined, guys, make sure you comment what you're thinking of the qualifying so far. What's your predictions so far? Fascone did a tenth quicker there, but he's still. Aaron J. Spence, Mike. Oh, Mike's going back into the pits. Bookster, that Peruska. He's coming up to turns 12 and then 13 and then coming up to 14 now. But looking at it now, Bookster. The Bookster had 9th last week. So he'll need to try and improve from last week's performance and try and get way up to that the top here. But he's going to do his actual proper lapping now. So I'm going to watch his actual lapping now. Coming up to the first corner here, he needs to get it perfect around there. He does it beautifully around here. And hopefully he'll get a belt of a lap here. But what can he do? He needs to try and get into the 27s. High 27s, low 28s to get decent lapping. But I would like to see how MJ Coupe done that lap, because that was just absolutely belter. A 27.3, a low 27.3 from the Bookster. But what I reckon, if he can keep that up, he'll try and possibly get into where Tony is, or Tejwa could be. So still watching the Bookster now. The Bookster, that Fruska, still doing everything possible on that second sector. Obviously last season, I'm not sure what the weather situation. Oh, well, hopefully that doesn't compromise his lap. He done a 55 flat on the second sector. So what can he do in the last sector now? He's coming up to the last few corners now. He does it beautifully. Tries to hold on with that car, the Sauber car. He does it ever so delicate on that Sauber. Doing everything possible to try and get that boost there. 116, 117, or 117.2. I did say between MG Coupe and Tej because of that first sector time. That is a cracking lap from Bookster. Still 6/10 off MJ Coupe, but that is from Sauber on the ultra soft tyre. What a lap from the Bookster now. So SJD and Sir Spud. Who's SJD? SJD. What did he do? SJD had a DNF last week. If I remember, one of the Ferraris that's gone off. I think that was Mike. Oh, SJD just went off the track there. Hopefully that doesn't compromise his lapping. If it does, that will be massively disadvantageous here. But again, it looks like he's nearly lost the back end of that car then. But looking through it now, he looks to try and get that exit there, and he might get 119. He done a 118.8, sorry. That is a cracking lap from SJD in the soft tyre. But where's Sir Spud? Sir Spud, he does a 120.1 in the mediums? Yeah, in the mediums. But still not enough. He's still 4 seconds behind the leader. But anything can happen. Where does Mike do? Now, Mike, he did very well last night in defending around Hungary in the Mercedes against me, and he's just a killer. Absolute killer. It's like parking the bus situation, but fair play to him. He defended it like a madman there, but I was driving like a madman to try and get past, but I didn't want to cause any collisions. But it's like the old Ayrton Senna comments, like you ain't a driver if you can't get through a gap. I'm not saying in exact those words, but you know what I mean. If you can't get through a gap, you're not a driver. That's all. So hopefully, what can Mike do here? Mike's in the Ferrari tonight, and he's in, I believe he's in the medium tyre at the minute. However, I will switch it to the whoever's got the fastest tyres on. So Mike's still on the medium tyre. He's still trying to get that big boost of that first year straight. He might get 20s, 19.8, a 19.8. That, I know it's medium tyres, but that needs to improve a hell of a lot. But where's MJ Coupe? Oh, what a lap! What a lap! He's only improved by a 10th, but that is a cracking lap from him on the ultras. He knows he wants to try and get that advantage of trying to get that first win of the season. As again, I said he got 8th last week, so he needs this boost of to get that advantage, and doing everything possible. But Ferrari LFC has moved up to 119.5 in the soft tyre. That is a cracking lap from him. Absolutely belter of a lap. Fantastico. Magnifico. If you just joined us tonight, guys, make sure you comment, follow. Would be fantastic. If you're enjoying the commentary or if you're enjoying the race, the qualifying, we only got coming up to 4 minutes left of the qualifying session before we do the actual race. So, what's your predictions, guys? What do you think is going to happen tonight? Who do you think will... Oh, Mike's slow down. Yeah, Mike's slow down. RJ Spence is improved by a 10th, so he's improved back into 10th now. Mike's, I think he's going to go back into the pits, but Mr. Sky C doing his lap in now. Now, Mr. Sky C got 2nd last week, so why is that not working? I do apologise, guys, for the technical difficulties here. The chat thing, if you sent a comment again, can you just send it again? Because I think the comment's just not coming through again properly. But Mr. Scorsese doing his lapping now. He's got 119.6, but however, he is in the... Oh, he's lost it! He's lost it! He lost a bit of that. He went onto the grass, and that may compromise at least 1 second. He needs to get into 55s, which I don't think he will. He'll probably lose about a second, possibly 2 seconds there. I think that was 2 seconds he lost there. Hopefully that doesn't compromise even more, but he needs to try and get another lap in. We've got 2 minutes 40 left. 2 minutes 40 left of this Invictus Racing League, the Performance League 1, working in partnership with RacingLineMP.com. So, we're just watching Mr. Scorsese. Jamie's on the Ultra Soft now, so he's going to try and do his belter lap in. Good evening to Rick. How you doing, mate? Hope you're okay and well. Since I'll tell you that in 4 minutes. He was mentioning about what I said about the comments of who's predicting of the race and on here, but so far it looks like MGQ might just pull away with it, but he may have a good qualifying, but he might have a struggling race. We have to wait and see how it goes. So we're watching Tony Y. Now Tony Y did he had a struggling no assist last night in the Ferrari. However, he's in the Sauber, so he's doing everything possible to try and get a good advantage in here. So he's on the soft tyre at the minute. He's on third. He's moved up to third, so 118.4. That is a cracking lap from Tony, so he will have the advantage. Rick says Tony would do good on soft. You are absolutely right, because he did get a belt of a lap in on that one. So what can Tej do? Tej is on the ultra soft tyre, the old veteran. In the well, Mike's retired. Mike has retired from the session. So looking at it now, Colin J says I think MJ Coop for pole, but Bookster will win the race. Rick says this is my winner tonight. I believe that was the Tony Y. But Fasconi, the Flying Irishman. Oh, you beauty. He's proving me wrong. Hit left, right and centre. He's telling me to, well, in swear words on that one, but I won't say in live streaming on here, but that is just absolutely belter of a lap. Absolute belter. What can Tej do? Fasconi did a cracking lap from that. I don't know where that come from. In the soft tyre as well. So it'll be between Tony and Fasconi, I think, for the top three at least. But it depends on how MJ Cooper and Bookster last their tyres. Just see how they can capitalise on it. But how does Tej do? Tej is 2.1 seconds off the leader. So just interesting. Good evening to everyone that's just joined the stream. Hopefully we got the lights are out, and Tej just moved up to third. That is a cracking lap from him. SJD on the last few. We're sorry for the background noise, guys. If you do hear it, SJD's in 7th place at the minute, so he needs to try and get something out of it here. I might have to go back to the MJ Cooper and Bookster. Fasconi's retired. Fasconi has retired from the session. So, where's SJD's gone back into the pits? Bookster's gone back to the pits. But where's Coop? Will Coop get a good lap in? He's doing the last corner. Oh, nearly lost the corner there. I don't know if that was his fastest lap. I know that was his quick lap, but he nearly lost it there. Rick says my podium is P1 Tony, P2 Fasconi, and P3 MJ Coop. Ooh, it depends on how the penalty situations happen during the race. We'll have to wait and see. But here's your race classification for Hungarian Grand Prix. We've got MJ Coop in first. The Bookster is in second. Jamie. Oh, what a lap! Where did that come from? From Jamie? That is a cracking lap for third. Tej is in fourth. Fasconi's in fifth. Tony's in sixth. SJD is in 7th, Aaron J. Spencer's in 8th, Ferrari is in 9th, Mr. Scorsese is in 10th, Mike is in 11th, and Sir Spud is in 12th place. So we're just waiting for the guys to... I nearly lost my voice. We're just waiting for the guys to get themselves prepped up and ready to go. I do apologise to Jamie's lap because I didn't see that until like during the last bit of, because I was watching MJ Coop doing his lapping. So he got to 3rd and he did a cracking lap. So I do apologise to Jamie. He'll absolutely telling me off after the race. It's just like, why didn't you not see it? So hopefully that. Mr. Scorsese started the stream. Started the settings. So now everyone has to be rushed to try and get themselves prepped up and ready to go. There will be a formation lap, and it looks like it's going to be a cracking dry race at the minute. So looking at it now, they're all getting themselves prepped up and ready to go. So the formation lap at the Hungarian Grand Prix for the Invictus Racing League Performance League 1. So just watching the guys here. So tyre situations. Oh, wrong one. I always get this mixed up. So, got 13 viewers. Good evening to everyone that's just joined. We are about to do the actual lap of the actual race of the 35 laps at the glorious race of the Hungarian Grand Prix. So, I mean, I'll do a quick stat. Last time when we raced in Hungary, it poured down with wet. But Waventel, the performance champion, got 1st, and Sav got 2nd, then Giuseppe got 3rd. Mrs. Dim got 4th, Sir Spud got 5th, Nick L.J. Thompson got 6th, Tom underscore 444 is in 7th, SJD got 8th, MG Coop got 9th last time out, Mike Sin got 10th last time, Nitro Crash got 11th, Mike Lumpy got 12th, and Fasconi got 13th, but Shea and Tej got a DNF last time out in the Performance League, which was last season. But however, we have got 2 leagues in the Performance League. Now because of the Performance League and the interest of it is grown, it's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger and better and better and better, and it's just fantastical, magnifico. So now we're just waiting for the guys to get themselves prepped up and ready to go. But Mike and Sir Spud are the only ones, well, outside the top 10, they're the only ones who both going for the medium tyre. So they're going to last probably about 20 laps, 20 to 25 laps, and then they'll probably go on the soft tyre. Rick says, last night I noticed the fastest race pace overall was the one stop, the soft medium and medium to soft. But anything can happen tonight. So between 5th and 10th, they've all gone for the softs. So we're all getting themselves prepped up and ready to go. Still waiting for the cars. Here we go, we've got 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 red lights, and we are go! Slow start from everyone else there. I don't know if there was a bit of delay. Oh my god, Mike's lost it on the lap back in there. But, oh my days, what it... Oh, a little bit, oh no. A little bit of contact there between the Haas car and the Sauber car. Oh, who's that in the Williams? I think that was Mr. Scorsese. Mr. Scorsese saw the gap there, but that is just absolutely intense stuff. Absolutely intense stuff. So still watching from the back end from Tej's car, but seeing the guys, oh my god. Tej try and slow down here, but on here, it's just absolutely intense stuff. Absolutely insane stuff. But some of the guys here, I think that was the Renault of the Tej trying to go through the bumps there, but the Bookster closed in on Tej here, but it does everything possible in the second sector. Tej looks like he's struggling with the ultra softs at the minute, but MJ Coop's pulling away with it. We've already 2 seconds. Oh my god, a little bit of touch. little bit of contact there. Absolutely contact. But, oh my God, Jamie. Oh, what a move. Oh no, there's a clash. There is a crash. On turn 13, the unlucky 13 there. Fasconi and the Bookster, they've both crashed or lost out there. But absolutely intense stuff there. Absolutely intense. So Jamie's trying to close in on Tej for second place at the minute. But SJD, oh, what was Mr. Scorsese doing? Oh, what a move! Oh, what a move from SJD! Oh, beautiful, beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. RJ Spence, I'm watching it from that end there. It's just seeing it from that end. You just don't know what to expect. We've got a 4-car battle here from after the first sector here. But looking at it now, what can we do? What can we do from here? Oh my God, that nearly lost it there. But absolutely intense stuff. Lap 2. Oh my God! Jamie! Oh, there's a crash! It's a spud on Jamie! Oh no! I don't know exactly what happened there, but watching it from the last bits of there, I think I don't know what actually happened there, but that was just madness of that corner there. But Tony Weiss dropped down to 9th, so still watching it from Ferrari LFC 10. So MJ Coop's done the fastest lap of 121.5. He's pulling away like no man's business on 5 seconds. DRS is now enabled. But looking at it now from the DRS straight now, what can Aaron J. Spence do? Can he try and close in on there? But SJD is right up at the back of Mr. Sky Z, who's in the soft tyre on the Williams. And they'll try and go for the one stop. Especially between 3rd and 6th, they will definitely go for the one stop. Tony Y will probably... Oh, he's pitted again. So he must... sorry, not pitted again, sorry. He's pitted for the first time. So he may have had a mistake. I don't know what's happened, but Fasconi may have pitted as well, I believe. Yes. Yes, he did. I did clarify with that. But looking at it now, looking at it from the point of view of here, it's just absolutely intense. Watching it from Aaron J. Spence's point of view, you've got a trail cars from Mr. Sky C and SJD and Ferrari are trying everything possible to get themselves, especially Aaron J. Spence, who's doing everything possible. But the Bookster, they'll have to watch out for the Bookster at the minute because he's right behind Aaron J. Spence. But watching it from that point of view there, it's just absolutely belters of a lap there. But MJ Coop's done the fastest lap of 121.4. So this could be his first ever win, and I was saying it from lap 4. SJD closing on to Mr. Sky C now. What can he do? Side by side, we have a 2 in a bed. 2 in a bed. Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful from SJD. But what can Mr. Sky C do? Side by side. Oh, touching, but Mr. Sky C going for the inside. Try not to touch there, but what a hold on there for SJD. Fantastico. Fantastico. Magnifico. Absolutely fantastico. I'm speechless at the minute because you just don't know what to expect at all. And looking at it from this point of view, if you're enjoying it so far, guys, please send your comments on it. I'm saying it from lap 4 now. MJ Coop will possibly win the race at the minute, but anything can happen. Anything can happen in the races. But the Ultras could, I think the Ultras when I say disappear, they will tire out after lap 4 5. But watching it from Ferrari LSC, trying to close in on Mr. Sky Z, who's right at the back of Ferrari LSC, trying to close in on Mr. Sky Z for 4th place, but they'll get running now. Watching it from the point of view here, and got a beautiful helicopter, beautiful overview of the track here. But look at it now, Bookster's trying to close in on Ferrari LFC. After that, after turn 13 on the first lap, he's done very well to get back up to the 6th at the minute. So looking at it now, what do you think will happen, guys? What do you think? Do you think Ferrari will Ferrari FC will try and beat Mr. Skyseal? Do you think he'll try and hold on and try and get that gap in again? Because there's not much overtakes around Hungary, especially at this track. The only two opportunities is like the first straight and the oh my god, Ferrari went wide there, but oh my god, didn't it looked like the Bookster tried to go in over the inside there, but Ferrari, oh beautiful, beautiful stuff here, absolutely intense stuff, but SJD may close in. Oh Bookster, what a oh, I was going to say a move there, but it didn't work out. Where's SJD? SJD closing in on Tej at the minute, but Ferrari, the Bookster, still closing in. Oh my god, Tej has gone back in, gone into the pits now. The Bookster's going into the pits now. The tyres look like they've had it now. Jamie has left the session, but watching it now, Tej Bookster has pitted again. Sorry, not pitted again, but you know what I mean. They've pitted. Watching it from this point of view now, Aaron J. Spence still closing in on that, but so Rick says, I've got to stop making predictions. I jinx them every time. Nah, you don't, mate. You don't jinx them. It's normally the commentators, aka myself. If I said it, that's the commentator's curse. So that's so don't worry, mate. No worries. But yeah, it's just absolutely intense stuff here. But Ferrari LFC doing everything possible. Mr. Scorsese doing a cracking race again in the Williams car around Hungary as well. But it's just absolutely intense stuff. But oh, this is the sector where they're trying to do everything possible to try and get this spot on. I always struggle in the second sectors around here. I don't know why. Oh! They've touched! They have touched! But Ferrari will have a little bit of his... It looked like he lost a bit of his front wing there, which may bring Aaron J. Spence closing in on Ferrari LSC, which will lose out a little bit of the downforce now. Aaron J. Spence moves up to fourth. No? Yes? Chance now, side by side, two in a bed. No, Ferrari LFC holding on for fourth. I'm doing a arc right here from open on that one. So Ferrari LFC trying doing everything possible on here, and he does everything right here for holding on for fourth, especially when he's losing that a little bit of the front wings gone there, but. Absolutely intense stuff here. We might have another battle soon, possibly, but watching it from Aaron J. Spence goes, oh my god, oh my god, side by side, what a move from Aaron J. Spence, what a move, on belter of a move, fantastico, absolutely fantastico. Well, Bookster try to close in on Tej. I'll tell you what, Tej is really struggling at the minute with his tyres at Hungary. I don't know if it's the car or what, but absolutely intense stuff here. But watching it now, watching from the Bookster's build-up point of view here, oh, the old veteran do everything possible. Ferrari FC's got a 5-second stop code penalty for speed in the pit lane. So on lap 8. So watching it now. Bookster went a little bit wide there, so just watching it from the car's point of view here. What can Bookster do? Bookster's going on the inside. Simple overtake here, but Renault will have the opportunity. Got a little bit of a boost there from the corner there, but I don't know why they put a DRS around this second part here, because there's not much overtakes around here. Just not much overtakes, but the Bookster. Both Bookster and Tej are on fresher, soft tyres, but I say Tej is struggling at the minute. MJ Coop, I don't know what's happened to him, and SJD. MJ Coop and SJD. I missed that because I was watching the battle between Bookster and Tej, but watching it now, absolutely intense. I thought MJ Coop was just about to walk this race. MJ Coupe's pitted. And it could be another commentator's curse. It could be another commentator's curse on this. So, MJ Coupe's in the pits. Tej. Trying to see if there's any other battles going on. I think Tej and Bookster are the only ones closing in. So, Bookster's going for the defensive, but Tej is Bookster's going back into the racing line now. Try and avoid that slipstream now, but Tej still trying everything possible on the Bookster for 5th place. But as I said, his car looks like he's struggling with the car, and I don't know why, but it should be it should be a bit quicker than the Sauber, but Bookster's doing a fantastic job of trying to get into that top half. Tej, who won it last week, is in 6th at the minute, so he'll have 5 points, so he'll be on 17 points if it stays like this. I'm not saying it will be, but if it stays like this, he'll have 17 points as it at the minute. Mr. Sky C will move up to 1st with 20 points. Aaron J. Spence will be on 18 points. So at the minute, Mr. Sky C will be leading the championship. Aaron J. Spence will be 2nd place at the minute. Obviously, the guys have all spread it out because they've all pitted now. It's just absolutely intense stuff. Lap 10 of 35. What is your thought of the race so far? Send us your comments, please, guys. It would be fantastic if you can. But looking at it now, SJD doing everything possible. I know I called the shot by saying MJ Coupe to win it earlier, but I didn't expect it to be. He was 8 seconds ahead at one point. 8 seconds ahead at one point, but he must have done a mistake, or the tyres were gone at that point. But MJ Coupe is on the 1 stop. Yep. So the top 4 have not pitted yet. So Mike won't be pitting for the next 10 to 15 laps, I think. However, Aaron J. Spence, Mr. Sky C and SJD will probably pit in the next 5 laps. I might be wrong, but let's not have a bet. Let's not have the bet in. But yeah, it's just absolutely intense stuff. But send us your thoughts. What do you think of Hungary? What do you think? What do you think of the track itself? For me personally, I think it's an okay track. You got that. I don't like the 2 DRS straights. Well, the one I'd like pretty much, but the second one, there should be more, in my personal opinion. So Rick says the soft will pit in 5 laps. We will have a good picture then. Yeah, I do agree. I know I said probably 5 laps. MJ Coupe's got the fastest lap of 1:21.2 on the medium tyre, so in the Red Bull car, and he's definitely got some wings there, so he'll try and close in on Tej in the next few laps or so. But Bookster and Tej will have to do another stop anyway, so they'll probably go on to the mediums till the end, or they'll probably do another soft tyre, depending on how the guys battle it out. But watching it now, so Aaron J. Spence is closing in on Mr. Sky Z. Again, that Lucasade Sport kicking now for this. So Aaron J. Spence in the Force India trying to close in on Mr. Sky C, who's 1.8 seconds, nearly to 1.8 seconds behind Mr. Sky C. So he'll do everything possible to try and do everything to get that 2nd place. He needs that to try and boost his championship. At the minute, Mr. Sky C will be leading with 20 points. SJD. He had a DNF last week, so this will be a massive boost for him if he wins the race tonight. But again, he will have to pit. Same with the guys for the soft tyres. They will have to pit again. MJ Coupe's got another fastest lap of 1:21.1. MJ Coupe is on fire at the minute in the Red Bull car, but Aaron J. Spence, Mike, if you look at the background, Mike's closing in on Aaron J. Spence. Now Mike had 7th last week, so he had 4 points. So at the minute, if he gets 4th, he will get 11 points as it stands. I'm not saying it will, but I'm just saying as it stands. But look at it from that point of view. Mike's doing everything he can with the Ferrari car. He's still not happy with me that I gave him the Mercedes for the Monday Night No Assist League. So, be interested to see how he could have coped with the Ferrari, but he's doing very well at the minute because, as you can see, Mike's closing in on Aaron J. Spence. Here's some quotes for you. Do you think, I know I've jinxed it, Rick says Fasconi pitted on lap 1, can he do a 34 lap on a set of mediums? 34 laps, that's a big ask, an absolute big ask for that one, but if he doesn't get into too much battles and he does his own racing, I think he'll be alright. However, I don't think he'll last 34 laps in the mediums. No chance. Because the guys who will be pitting again, they'll have the better advantage. But I can't see that happening. But Mike's really, really closing in on Aaron J. Spence. Aaron J. Spence on the 12 laps of softs. The mediums should have already kicked in by now. That's how Mike's closing in on Aaron J. Spence. But every driver that I've seen, I have absolute respect. Absolute respect. So as long as I see some great battles here, but Mike's closing on the inside. He's having a look. He had a quick look. Oh, he's got the advantage there, nearly. But I'm going to watch it from Mike's point of view on this. But looking at it now, Aaron J. Spence. Will he go? Oh, we would have had another lap in. We would have had the greatest battle here for 3rd place. But Mike in the mediums go for 12 laps at the minute. This SJD has pitted. SJD has pitted for the medium tyre. So MJ Coupe closing in on Ted, who's on the 8 laps of softs, whereas MJ Coupe's on the 5 laps of medium tyres. So, looking at it from MJ Coupe's point of view, I think there's a little bit of an incident with the gearbox, but hopefully that won't be too long. But watching it from SJD just coming out of the pits, then Tej, then MJ Coupe, we might have a 3-car battle here soon. We might have a 3-car battle here. Oh, please, please. I reckon Tej, it will definitely be the Tej Coupe. Tej Coupe. Old veteran Coupe. On that, oh my God, nearly lost it there through the SC, through the sector there. But hopefully that won't jeopardise there. But Tej using the experience, trying to hold on. But MJ Coupe's looking on the inside, had a quick look at the inside to say, look, yoo-hoo, I'm here. So Tej still holding on for 5th place. MJ Coupe slowing that, well, say slow down. He's had to drop a little bit because Tej's doing everything possible on here. But MJ Coupe will have the battle here for 5th place. But MJ Coupe will have the advantage here. Here we go. MJ Coupe going the inside. Oh, MJ Coupe nearly lost it, but Tej will have the in. Oh, a little bit of touch. There was a little bit of touch there, but side by side. Oh, beautiful, beautiful stuff by the Coupe man. But the Tej is on the... Oh my God, I thought Tej might have the old veteran here. Tej will have the advantage here. Oh, no, I thought he had the advantage there, but his tyres will do everything possible. Now, MJ Coupe's moved up to 4th now. This is a massive, massive advantage for SJD now because of that battle going on. I know between them two they'll have 1.5 seconds, but looking at it now, Tej is struggling at the minute with the soft tyre, but MJ Coupe will do everything possible to try and get that big boost. So, but I think it will be battled out between SJD and MJ Coupe for the race win. I think. Ferrari's closing in on Aaron J. Spence now, but might go back to MJ Coupe. in a bit, because I think that'll be a cracking battle on there. But I have to wait and see. Again, what would you have done? Would you have gone for the riskier option? Would you have gone for like medium soft? And if so, when do you think you should have pitted? At what point? I know it's hard to say, but it'll be interesting to see how these guys would have done it a little bit better next time round. But looking at here, Ferrari's closely on R&D Spence. Oh, the curbs. The curbs are absolutely lethal around here. Absolutely lethal. Might go to MJ Coupe. MJ Coupe tried to close in on SJD now, which I think these two will have a ding-dong battle. I think there'll be penalties. Penalties will decide this. Yellow flags on sector 2. Oh, Mr. Skysea's dropped. I'm not sure what happened there, but it looked like from turn... I'm trying to think. I think that was turn 5, I think it was. But looking at MJ Coupe building up to get that momentum onto SJD now. But SJD doing everything possible now. Doing everything possible to try and get holding on for third. But looking at it, the Red Bull is on fire at the minute. MJ Coupe's, no wonder, he's on the fastest lap of 1:21 flat on there. But MJ Coupe will do everything possible. But watching it from... I thought they had different ERSs there. But looking at it now, absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. But here's a question for you guys. Do you reckon Tony Y will do the same? Do you, as Fasconi, do you think he'll do 30 laps of the meet? Well, say 30 laps. 30, about another 16 laps. 16 laps, maybe more for the medium tyre. Who knows? Who knows? But I might watch. I was going to watch Tony Y and Mr. Skysea, but I don't want to move from this battle, to be fair. I really don't want to lose this battle here, but we might have two battles going on at the minute at the same time. So SJD and MJ Coupe still holding on for third at the minute. Tony Y closing on Mr. Skysea for 9th place. Everyone, it's like Mike's pulling away on first by 1.6 seconds now. So as you can see from the corner of your top right corner, he was just coming up to the last corner there, but MJ Coupe should have the advantage here. Yeah, SJD's got the overtakes. Same with MJ Coupe. Both of them got the overtakes. SJD went back to here, but MJ Coupe will do everything possible to at least get back. But no, he's doing everything. He's doing everything to try everything. I don't know why I keep saying everything. So everything. So MJ Coupe still trying to close in on SJD, who is on the fresher medium tyres at the minute. So this may play into SJD's game here, because however the MJ Coupe will have the advantage on the tyre wear. Still the advantage of SJD, but depends on how, if MJ Coupe has got penalties, etc. But looking at it from this point of view now, can Coupe do it? Oh, he's right at the back of SJD now. Right at the back now. This is an opportunity now to get the overtake done and dusted, but I don't think SJD will do anything around here. But looking at it from the top view of the camera view, but we're watching it now, MJ Coupe should get past. No? Yes? Maybe? MJ Coupe going on the inside, try to not touch SJD. Where is it? Oh, MJ Coupe just got ahead of SJD for third place respectively. But fair play to these guys. So watching it from SJD's point of view here now, MJ Coupe, I don't know if he's struggling with the top, like hitting the curbs and stuff, but what are your thoughts, guys? We're on lap 19 of 35. Who's been your driver of the day so far? Who's been your drivers that you know, doing everything possible to try and do a cracking race? At the minute, we've not had three in the beds yet, which I was disappointed because I was expecting some loads of them, especially at the first DRS straight as well. But MJ Coupe slowly pulling away from SJD now, but MJ Coupe, they're trying to avoid hitting the curbs here, but MJ Coupe's closing in on Bookster. So Bookster does everything possible to try, and so the Coupe's trying everything possible to try and get past the Bookster, who's on 13 lap old soft tyre. Oh, however, I don't know what happened to Mike, but Mike's slow, like really struggling at the minute. I know he's on nearly 20 laps of mediums, but we might have a 3-car battle here for the top lead at the minute. We need to bring SJD into play here, so we might have a 4-car battle here. But watching it, Bookster locks up there. Hopefully that doesn't compromise his stuff here. But both top two, their tyres must be absolutely knackered. Their front tyres look like they're fine at the minute. But watching it from that point of view here, oh, beautiful stuff, beautiful, absolutely intense stuff here. MJ Coupe saying, I want to play this, I want to get in that lead, I want to do everything possible. And it looks like he's struggling with the back end of the ballast. It looks like he might have got a little bit of a loose end at the back. But watching it now, SJD needs to try and close in on MJ Coupe to try and at least get ahead of this battle, because the Bookster will have to pit. He's going to have to pit. Both Mike and Bookster pitted. Mike, I understand. Bookster, he would go on the mediums or the soft tyre. SJD needs to try and close in on MJ Coupe during those stints, but that was not enough. But where's Tony Y? Tony Y closing on Mr. Sky C4, 9th place respectively. But again, this is the opportunity now for Tony Y. Tony Y, cracking bloke. He got 4th last week in Bahrain, so it'd be interesting to see how he can capitalise on it. But Tej just pitted again. Aaron J. Spence closing on Mike, who's just come out of the pit. Will have the fresher soft tyre, but Aaron J. Spence will be on the older medium tyre. Actually, this is quite interesting stuff now. Absolutely intense stuff, because we've got quite a few drivers who are on great strategies here. Because we've got a couple of the soft tyres that should last 15 laps. However, you've got Fascone who's on 19 old lap tyres on the mediums. You've got SJD and MJ Coupe both on mediums, but their tyres will be going near the end. Oh, so probably from lap 30 onwards, they would struggle. So anything can happen on the F1 race, and that's why I love. This is why I love the F1. This is why I love the leagues. This is why you just never know what to expect. Ferrari LFC just went wide there out of nowhere, and he's struggling a little bit, trying to get that bigger advantage. But the Bookster try and do everything possible to close in on Aaron J. Spence. Aaron J. Spence is going for the defensive move here now. Still, Bookster got the move done just, so Bookster will have the advantage and will pull out away for 5th place respectively. So, still watching. Might still watch the Bookster actually, because we might see a few more battles going on here. Tony Weiss on the 19 old laps of medium tyre. Fascone in 3rd at the minute with 20 laps of medium tyre. So just checking his tyre wear at the minute. Tyre wear looks okay at the minute. You still see a few lines there, but he's trying to be delicate around the corners here. But what do you think, Rick? Do you think Fascone will last the whole race with those tyres, or do you think he should have pitted earlier? What's your thoughts? Same for everyone else, guys. What is your opinion on the race so far? Do you think Tej has retired? Tej has retired. I'm not sure what happened to him. There must have been an incident or something. He may have. The problem with the game is you just don't know where. You don't know where it happened, but Bookster's trying to close in. Bookster's got a fastest lap of 1:20.6. MJ Cooper will not be happy with him with the fastest laps he's had today, but he's just took away his fastest lap of that race. But fair play to him. That was a cracking lap from Bookster. But Bookster's trying to close in on Mike, who's both on the soft tyre. Bookster's got that absolute belt of advantage here. But look at it now. Bookster will have the advantage of getting fourth. I have no doubt he'll get fourth, but Bookster will not try and get stuck behind Mike again, because that's what happened to me last night. I tried to get past him and then he got that massive advantage of pulling away. Tony White's got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. So, Mike's a great defender, don't get me wrong. Mike's a great defender. He was just a bugger to get past on that one. So he'll laugh about it now after the race. So Bookster will do everything possible to try and catch up to Mike now. We're on lap 24.35 of the Invictus Racing League, the Performance League 1, sorry, working in partnership with RacingLineMP.com. So, still watching the Bookster closing on Mike on the. This is where the advantage is. Rick says, I don't know how hard Fasconi's beating his tyre, but if he gave a good tyre wear, I say he can do it. I don't want to move from the Bookster Mike situation at the minute, but I want to try and get back into it. I want to see if there's more battles going on. Still going on for Bookster. This is advantage now. This is the advantage now. Oh, he's going for the outside. Oh, no. Oh, Bookster doing everything possible through the S's. Mike's trying to hold on with his. No wonder, he's trying to build an energy boost. I will go to Fasconi in a minute, Rick, but looking at it now, Mike will definitely catch him. Yeah, Mike will definitely catch Fasconi. Absolutely. However, he doesn't want to be too much. Bookster and Mike should not be having this battle. They want to try and catch up to the others at the top, especially with Fasconi, because SJD's within 2 seconds off MJQ. However, this is a chance now for Bookster. Chance. Oh, late braking there, but Mike's holding on for dear life here. We'll have the DRS. So I'm going back to Fasconi now. Fasconi, his tyres look like they've not had much wear. Oh, you can see a little bit, a few of the lines on the left-hand side of that's the worst one. One or two lines there. But going back to the Bookster now, Mr. Scorsese closing on Ferrari LFC now, but Bookster trying to do everything possible for Mike at the minute for 4th place. Rick says Fasconi, I mean Bookster 2, and probably Aaron J. Spence. Ooh, possibly. But that's if Aaron J. Spence can catch up to these two guys who I'm watching at the minute with Mike and NMC Bookster at the minute. So yeah, this is quite intense stuff. Still watching from them two at the battle. There is a few battles going on, so I might watch the. Depending on how Bookster does, might go back to watch Mr. Scorsese and Ferrari and the Tony White situation. Oh, can Bookster do it? Can he do it? He needs to have the advantage. He's doing everything possible to try and get past Mike. This is what happened last night. Bookster does not want to get stuck behind Mike. Oh, a little bit. Oh, that would have been a nasty collision there if it happened there. But Mike still carrying on watching it from here. But again, it's like intense stuff. Oh, the Bookster. Oh. Mike lost the car a bit. Bookster tried to go on the outside there, and Bookster, because Mike didn't give him enough room, Bookster lost a bit of the car, lost his momentum to try and catch up to Mike now. So now, watching this from the helicopter view is magnificent. I wish they keep the helicopter view because it's perfect around here. Watching Tony Y closing on Mr. Sky C for 8th, but we've got a train for 7th place at the minute. LFC 10 in 7th place, closed, still holding on for 7th place. But the guys here are absolutely belters, absolute belters. Oh yes, need that drinks kicking. But Tony Y on 24 laps of medium tyre, closing on Mr. Sky C. He doesn't want to do too much of a battle here. Their tyres must be going, surely. It looks like the tyre wear has not been, you can't see it, but it looks like the tyre wear has not been applied on the mediums. If you look, you do see the tyre lines and stuff, but it's just intense stuff. But still, Books just crawled back up to Mike for 4th place. However, I think the medium cars, I think they're loving this at the minute. SJD's slowly not catching up to MJ Coupe, who's on 3.5 seconds away from the top, from 1st place at the minute. But again, SJD will have the advantage because he got 5 laps behind the current leader of the race at the minute of MJ Coupe. Oh my god! What was Mr. Sky C? Mr. Sky C must have lost the back end, and now Mr. Sky C will try and do everything possible. Tony Y still on. Oh. Mr. Sky C. Tony Y's Mr. Sky C. 2 in a bed. Oh, beautiful move from Mr. Sky C. Beautiful. Considering he made that mistake on that last corner, on the first corner, sorry. Oh no, sorry, on turn 13. That was a cracking recovery. Mike's jumped over the fast chicane. So, just watching the booster now, closing on Mike. Again, Mike would do everything possible. Well, this Fasconi, the Flying Irishman, will be saying, well, if these two are having a ding-dong battle, I don't care. I'm holding on for 3rd, whether you guys like it or not. But if the Bookster tries to close in on Mike, Fasconi, where's Fasconi now? Fasconi's coming up to the last corner now. Yeah, you can see Fasconi at the background there. Absolutely insane stuff. Mike's really closing in, but 4 seconds. Here's a question for you guys. Do you think, as Rick said, possibly Mike, Bookster and Aaron J. Spence might close in, but Bookster, oh, what a move! Oh, go on! You don't do that there. Oh my god, that nearly lost it there. Bookster's got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Oh, I was going to say, you don't do any overtime there. Rick says, I am right with that battle going on. Fast going to have a chance for P3. Like I said, Bookster doing everything possible, but he has got a 3-second time, at least got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. So Bookster will try and do everything possible, but has he lost a bit of his front wing? Has he lost a bit of his front wing? I wonder, because he looks like he's slowing down a little bit. I might be wrong, but because the ERS, he hasn't got much ERS, and he's trying to do the hot lap to go through the last corner there. But Mike will try and have a bite here. Bookster's already defensive. Oh no, he's going back into the racing line now. With that little bit of a gap there, but fair, you know, you don't do an overtake from there. It's just absolutely insane stuff. Rick says, did Bookster make the move out of track? It looked like Mike's car was on the left hand side it looked like, because Bookster tried to come off, try and go around the outside, so he must have gone round it and gone out and gone back into the track. So possibly that could have happened, so that will need to be addressed. Again, you have the argument that he had no room as well, so Colin J says Bookster should have given Mike the advantage. He went off track to get an advantage, and Rick says, or maybe Mike left no room. From the aftermath that I saw, it looked like Mike did not give enough room, but they were side by side. So they were side by side with them two at the minute, but at the minute Mike still closing on Bookster. Again, guys, this is not like pointing stuff, but it just looked like he just did not have enough room, and Bookster had to go outside the track to get back onto the track. But realistically, the guys, well, he's got a 3-second time penalty, so that would drop him down if it stays like this. But watch it while that's going on. We have a 3-car battle going on for 7th place respectively. This is Fasconi after one lap, after the first lap, a mistake of a crash, and gone back to third with 29 laps of medium tyre. I would, if you know. Again, he's proving me wrong. He's proving everyone wrong at the minute by getting another podium out of nowhere. No, sorry. I say another podium. He got a podium in the F3 League, I think. But Fasconi is improving left, right, and centre. And I always remembered him when he was the Flying Irishman. He was absolutely struggling. But as the months and the leagues gone by, he's doing everything, cracking performances and doing everything possible. So we have to wait and see how that goes. But looking at it from Mr. Sky C's point of view here, but Tony White should have the advantage. Here. Rick says, I think he will make it. Bookster tyres are 11 laps load out. Yeah. Fasconi will hold on, but I doubt that very much, because he'll have a fast pace of the Bookster closing in for third place. He will have buckets of sweat after that. He hopefully does not want to do that during the whole race. But watching the 3-car battle here going on, if you just joined us late, guys, we had MG Coupe had a massive 8-second lap advantage, and then somehow in one of the sectors he slowed down. I know his tyres just went, and then brought SGD back into the battle for the top 2, but now he's pulling away MG Coupe. This is a convincing win on the Red Bull car. So just watching Mr. Sky C and Williams closing on Ferrari LSC on the Toro Rosso, and as you can see right at the front, it was like Aaron J. Spencer on the last corner on turn 14. But looking at it here, alright, here's a question for you guys before we finish the last few laps. Out of them three of the bottom 3, what do you think your final position would be for Ferrari, Mr. Sky C and Tony Y? Do you think there'll be a change, or do you think it'll be staying like this? Mike's got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. That he did not want that at all. During that battle with the Bookster. Bookster's 2.3 seconds behind Fasconi. This will be interesting now, because what can Will Fasconi on 31 laps of the medium tyre, holding on for dear life with 2 laps remaining? He will have buckets of sweat. He will have a look at the timings, and he'll be like, oh my god, what do I need to do? I need all these Guinnesses afterwards as well. Rick says it will stay like this, I think. Regarding the bottom 3, so Ferrari, Mr. Sky C and Tony Y. So Ferrari for 7th, Mr. Scorsese for 8th, and Tony White for 9th for Rick's predictions. So, still watching Mr. Scorsese, but I might go back into the Bookster battle here. Bookster have a penalty, do Fascone have any? I can't remember if he did have penalties, but again, that will have to be addressed by more of the penalty situation. But oh my god, Mr. Scorsese, what a move! What a move from him! Oh, beautiful! Beautiful! Oh my god, touched! Oh, come on! That was becoming like a cracking battle there. Books are closing in on Fascone. MJQ's got a 119.9 on the fastest lap. What? It's you can see the grinding on the tyres. So still, I don't think Fascone's got penalties. I might be wrong, but there will be penalties galore at the Hungarian Grand Prix. We're on the last lap, the final lap of the Hungarian Grand Prix. Fascone is a sitting duck. He's on a sitting duck here. Fascone hasn't got that boost. Books. Fascone going on the inside. Oh, he's lost the 3rd place, but Bookster has got a penalty, remember. Bookster. Oh, I'm speechless. I don't know what to say next. Fascone will be gutted. No, Bookster. Oh, Fascone needs to be within 3 seconds. Needs to be at least within 3 seconds of the Bookster to try at least catch up to keep 3rd place. As long as Fascone hasn't got any penalties. Where is MJ Coupe? MJ Coupe's coming up to the last corner now, and he has this guy. Fantastic race from him, and he's just won the Hungarian Grand Prix. Well done to MJ Coupe. Congratulations on him. Fantastic stuff. SGD closing on 2nd place. Well done to him. What does Bookster and Fascone do? Fascone, 1.1 seconds. I think it'll be enough for the podium. Will be enough for the podium, but where's the Bookster? Bookster goes 3rd, but Fascone has finished 3rd. Bookster's finished 4th. Mike's gone into 5th. Andre Spence finishes in 6th place. Tony Y, because of that collision between Mr. Scorsese and Ferrari on turn 2. Tony Y's moved up to 7th. Hopefully, with 33 laps. Fascone 34 laps. MJ Coupe 27 laps. Mr. Scorsese and Ferrari LSC had 27 laps. Absolutely insane stuff. Absolutely insane. There will be some queries and stuff, some incidents there, but I will get the guys in. Well done to MJ Coupe. What a lap! Got the pole, got the advantage, and got the win. Absolutely fantastic stuff from him. Rick says congrats to Fascone for that stint. I do agree with you there, mate. I do agree with you on that one. Fascone, what a lap from him. Absolutely, he's doing everything possible to hold on. I do apologise for the background noise. Sorry guys if you do hear anything like that. So hopefully that will calm that down a bit. So here's your race classification for the Hungarian Grand Prix. You got MJ Coupe in 1st, SJD in 2nd, you got Fascone in 3rd, the Bookster's in 4th, Mike is in 5th, Andre Spencer's in 6th, Tony Y is in 7th, Mr. Scorsese is in 8th, Ferrari LFC is in 9th, Tej, Spud and Jamie have all had DNFs. For the race director, just for the guys, for the admins and the stewards to check as well. Rick says congratulations to MJ Coupe and SJD as well, and he says thank you for a great commentary again tonight, Matt. No worries, Rick. I'll do everything I can. I will bring MJ Coupe, SJD and Fascone for the podium questions, so if you bear with me a sec guys, that'll be fantastic. So I'm going to bring the guys in to the podium stuff. I say good evening to Gerard Campbell. He says go Fasconi. So yeah, he did a cracking, especially after the first lap incident as well. That was fantastic from him. So I'm just going to try and bring Fasconi. Just going to try and bring the other guys in. So I do bear with me a sec, guys. We'll get the other guys in. Oh, where's... You alright, Fasconi? How you doing? Keep... Not too bad. Just waiting for SJD now, so if you bear with me a sec, mate. I don't know if it's just gone offline. I hope not. So SJD is still there at the minute. Rick says, if I could ask a question, I want to know if Fasconi ever doubt his strategy. I'll ask you that question in a minute, Fasconi. So, Rick, that's a good question, so I will answer it in there. Good evening to SJD, who's just joined the party. How you doing? Not too bad. You right, MJ Coop? How you doing?
Hiya, not bad.
Before you start, guys, please make sure you got your allow voices to be shared on the party setting. If you're not sure where that is, check on the party settings and check on chat audio. Oh, sorry, check your allow voice to be shared. Sorry, always allow.
It needs to be on the lobby screen as well.
Yeah, sorry. So just waiting for the guys to get themselves prepped up and ready for the podium questions. So while they're getting prepped up, I'll be asking MJ Coop a few questions, and then it'll be SJD, and then Fasconi on that immense stint that he did on the mediums. So yeah, it'll be absolutely insane stuff. So are you guys all set and ready to go?
Yep.
Cool, nice one. Coop, that is a major coup for you on that one tonight. I mean, that's a great win from you. Did you ever think you got that win and comfortable qualifying, or was you a little bit nervous when you was close with SJD during that after the first stint?
There was points in the race where I thought I'd lost it. I don't know if you caught it on the stream, but I had an off and I hit the barrier, so which happened to be on my pit lap. So I had to crawl back to the pits and change my front wing, which I thought had blown it. So, but I mean, going back to the qualifying, yeah, it's interesting the strategies that the drivers took tonight. So I knew it wasn't a true representative. I knew I had a lot of pace today, don't get me wrong, but I didn't know how close it was based on the different strategies going on. So yeah, going into the race, I had a lot of confidence, confident in my abilities. So, and then yeah, a little bit of a problem on the in lap, but fortunately managed to recover it. And then yeah, towards the end, I wasn't sure exactly how the race was going to finish, but I felt 10 laps to go at the end, I felt I had it. I was pretty had it covered.
Yeah, I mean, looking at it, I thought I even called it from lap 4 onwards, MJ Coop, to say
Right.
this is the Coop will win it because he was pulling away like 8 seconds ahead of SJD, and I thought I don't think anyone's going to catch you at that point. However, did you have a mistake at one of the corners because you did slow? I don't know if it was your tyres, when after the ultras.
Yeah, so what happened is on my pit lap, my in lap, I think it was lap 7 or lap 8.
Yes.
Coming up to the fast left-hander at the end of the first sector.
Yeah.
Probably the tyres were on the way out, and I just caught the curb a tiny bit, and the rear end came round, and I thought it was over because I thought I was going to hit the angle of the barrier, but fortunately I hit it square on. So yeah, it knocked my front wing off, but at that point it had a 9-second lead. So
yeah.
So I basically spent sector 2 and sector 3 crawling back to the pits, and I've got to apologise to SCG because there was a bit of a hair-raising moment at one point where the car had no turn whatsoever, and I was just running wide, and I nearly ran him off the track, which it was completely obviously not meant to happen. So, but yeah, fortunately I managed to just get to the pits just ahead of him, which I think maybe might have saved that situation.
Yeah,
Yeah, otherwise maybe it was another 10 seconds I'd have won the race by on top of what it was. So I was really confident. I felt like I had a lot of pace on this track, despite what car I was in. So when I had one of the quickest cars, I was full of confidence going into this, and just a bit disappointed of that mistake and that little bit of a messiness on that lap, because ideally I'd have loved to just blast it away and won it by 25 seconds. That'd have been ideal, but want to
yeah.
be. But anyway, I got the win, so that's all that really matters.
No, no, don't get me wrong, MJQ. From where you started to where you are now, and that was a great race from you, and that's the that's the bestest performance I've ever seen from you, Coop. So take that as
It's,
like the top-notch compliment on that one, and you'd be like
thanks.
you know what I mean? It's just I've never seen you driven like that ever for like a
Well,
long time.
This is one of my favourite tracks. So,
Oh, okay.
so once I had this car, I was fairly confident going into it anyway. But yeah, I can be one of them people where on the day I can do a drive like this, and then other days it can just go completely out the window. So it is a bit up and down sometimes with me. But yeah, hopefully this win can kickstart my season in the Performance League. Something to build on, build the confidence, and hopefully take this into the next race.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, Coop. Keep that momentum going, and I think you will do well in the championship this season because that is if you can do that every race, I think you'll be the one to watch for this season.
Well,
See if you
but I don't
keep.
think I'll have this car every race, so I
No, no,
won't bank on
no,
that. So,
no, no. I'm just.
yeah,
Yeah, that's fair, dues. That's fair, dues. If you could just hold on for a few more minutes, and we'll do a normal question about the next track, which is France. So if you bear with me a sec.
okay, yeah, cheers,
But yeah, fantastic win for you, mate, and keep up with the good work, MJ Coop.
cheers, thanks a lot, thanks.
SJD, how you doing? Oh, really good. Uh, did you expect to get second tonight? Oh,
Okay, mate. Okay, mate.
right. That's the boxing match done, guys, on that corner. So that's it. So yeah, SJD again, second in that Hungarian race. That was just absolutely. Oh, sorry about that. Books has just commented saying SJD needs to allow voice. I don't think your voice is allowed.
On the lobby screen as well, SJD.
Yeah. We're sorry for any technical difficulties, guys.
That should be okay now. Booster, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah. Have you got your loud voice to be shared, mate?
Yeah. Yes, I have.
And
Guys,
back in the game screen.
yeah. Are you back at the game screen?
Yes, I am. Yep.
Cool. So just make sure, Bookster, if you can, or anyone else hearing, make sure you can, if SGD can hear. So we do the question again. So SGD, after boxing round one into round two, he can hear you now. So SGD, what was your thoughts of of second place overall? We'll do it again. Sorry, guys. What's your thoughts of second place overall for SG for you, mate?
Yeah, really pleased with it. To be honest, I was hoping Coop and Tejua were going to be forced onto a two-stop, but I think after Coop pitted, I saw he was setting the fastest laps. I was hoping he'd put himself on the softs, which would have given me a chance at the win. But being on the one stop, I just had nothing to fight him. So really happy with second.
Yeah.
Wasn't expecting that before the race at all.
Oh, just before your voice was like disappeared for a bit, MJ Cooper and SGD had you two had a cracking, well, a close battle. when MJ Coupe lost. His tyres were near the end from the first stint.
Front wing, yeah.
Yeah, from the front wing. Sorry, but did you thought this was your chance, SJD, to like get a bit of an advantage to try and pull away if you could, or did you thought second was the best that you could do today?
Well, I was hoping, like I say, Coop was going on to the two stop and that he'd get stuck in traffic after that first stop as well. I did actually manage to come out ahead of him and Tejuar as well after the first pit stop. But obviously saw he was on the medium. As soon as I saw that, he was, being in the Red Bull, he had some brilliant pace today. I didn't have anything to fight him at that point.
Yeah, well, you could have had a rope. You could have got him stuck with the weight at the back, and he still would have got it. He still would have got it.
We were catching up with Boogster, actually. He's my teammate in this league, and I was hoping he was just going to hold up Coop for me for a bit. Just stay out in front of him, not in past.
Yeah, unfortunately, Boogster had he's in the chat as well, so he had a good battle with Mike, but there was some incidents where it was like close battles between him and Mike, and he couldn't get past as well. Gerard Campbell says, excellent job, mate. So again, SJD, I keep up with the good work. I know last week you had an unfortunate DNF, so hopefully this is a massive boost for you to try and get the points for your championship on the championship league at the minute. If you could stay for a few more minutes, SJD, for the question for the France, but overall, well done for getting second, and fair play to you, mate. After that DNF at the first week, well, I'll say first week, the second race, if you know what I mean. But yeah, it's just unfortunate that what happened last week, and it's just a bit of a bigger boost now to get yourself back into the championship leaderboard now. So well done, mate. Congratulations.
Cheers, mate.
We've got Fasconi, the Flying Irishman. How you doing?
Hello, buddy. All right.
How you doing? What I was going to say, how the hell did you last the 34 laps on the medium tyre after the first lap incident? What actually happened?
Lap one, we were all bunched together. The penultimate corner, I ran at the back of Tony because he had to jam on. There was someone right in front of him, Jamie or somebody like that. And so the wing was gone. Lucky enough, I was at the pit, so I was just went straight in. Put on the medium. Just damn, there goes the one stop. I'll have to do another stop. Just kept on going after that. Lap 20, I said, I'll give it a go. I'll see how long I can go. It was only till really the second last lap the tyres really packed in.
Yeah, because looking at the tyre wear as well, it looked like as though you had a better tyre wear. But yeah, you see some lines of the tyres, but it looked like the medium was just going to last forever. It was just like keep on rolling.
Yeah.
That's it. So
the tyres were solid. I think SJD was about 12 and a half seconds to 13 seconds up the road, and that wasn't changing much, even towards the end of the race. So there was still a bit of pace there.
Yeah. But yeah, Fasconi, Jared Campbell says Fasconi is the man. Brilliant drive.
All right, Jared.
Rick's got a question for you, actually. He wants to know if Fasconi ever doubt your strategy. So what's your opinion on that one, Fasconi?
Yeah, first of all, thanks, Ricky. You done a bit of coaching there before this. We were practicing. Thanks, Rick.
Fair enough.
But
was that too much Guinness?
Not before the race, Malcolm. No way, man. Come on.
Fair enough. Sorry, carry on.
Yeah, well, the pit strategy was out the window after lap one, but luckily it just came together. The car felt good though. Setup was good too.
Oh, fair dues. But I bet you had buckets of sweat when the Bookster closed in on you for third place.
yeah, definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
Unbelievable
stuff, but fair play to you, mate, and what a drive. I mean, you've proven me wrong from the moment you set on that car, on the league, and now can you, you know, stop proving me wrong? You've already done it
No
twice.
way, mate. No way.
Ah,
That's the
fair,
plan.
fair dues. No, congratulations for getting third, mate, on that one. Obviously,
Yeah.
with the penalty stuff going on and stuff with Bookster and everyone
Yeah.
else, but overall tonight you've done a fantastic job for getting third on with 34 laps of medium tire, which is insane, absolutely insane.
Unbelievable.
And
Yeah.
I when were the tires were going to burst? Or like the bubble going to burst, it weren't for you on that one on the Red Bull because it definitely had
Yeah.
wings or something with the
Yeah, oh,
energy
without
boost.
doubt. Yeah. Yeah.
So congratulations for getting third, mate. If you just hold on for just a
Sure,
minute or
mate.
so. Um, Again, this is a generic question to everyone for the last one before we shoot off. So I'm going to ask the guys about what their thoughts of France for the next track, and what are their thoughts of their performance. Do you think they've got a good chance, or do you think, or will it be a sneaky situation where, oh, I may be good or maybe bad, but I'm actually good. We'll have to wait and see what the driver's psychology is on that one. But MJ Coupe, I'll start with you first. What is your thoughts of France, and what do you think? How do you think you'll do, depending on car situations or car allocations? In overall, how do you think that you'll do it in France?
Generally, it's not too bad a track. It's got a nice flow to it. There are a lot of areas for corner cutting, so that'll be something I'll have to work on for that race. But generally, yeah, it's got a decent flow to it. There's quite a few overtaking spots, so yeah, I've not really done a lot of races on it because it's a new track. So it's one of those that I'll have to probably put a bit of extra time on. So it's difficult to say. I don't really know where everyone else is on it, but yeah, the track seems pretty decent. There's loads of spots to overtake on, so yeah, it should be good. And I think with the circuit's quite flat, it may be better for some close racing, not having high curbs or anything like that. So yeah, looking forward to it. It should be a good race, and yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Ah, fair dues, Coop. I hope you have a good race for next week at the
Cheers,
France.
mate.
SJD, same question to you, mate. What are your thoughts of France, and how do you think you'll do next week? Depending on car allocations, obviously.
It's a tricky one because it's the first time it's been on the calendar. There's a lot of people won't have raced around here very much. So it's difficult to say really. I've raced in it a couple of times, and there's a couple of dodgy left-handers towards the end of the lap that I can't really get the hang of. So I have to, like Coop, I'll have to put a bit of extra practice into that to get up to speed.
Will we see the SJD Coupe battle next week again?
Yeah, we're battling for last next week.
Oh no, don't say.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
They're saying that now as the driver's psychology, but they'll battle that for the top. I know them too. They've just done it in Hungary, so it will happen again on SJD and Coupe. But yeah, again, congratulations for getting second place, SJD, and I wish you all the very best in the league. Same with Coupe as well for next week. I'm just going to say for Fasconi, last one.
Yeah,
What are your thoughts of France, and how do you think you'll do next week?
yeah, I don't really know France too well, mate. I've done a 14 lap run, I think, so I've still a bit. I'll just have to get stuck into practice on that track. It seems like a good track, though. I always like the new tracks. New tracks are always exciting.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
but yeah, it feels good. Look forward to that.
Oh,
So,
okay. Will we see the fine Irishman actually win the Grand Prix at
oh,
French?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I was in the Renault last week and I really struggled, though, so I'll probably be back in that again. So no promises.
We have to wait and see how it goes. But congratulations for getting third, Fasconi, and to all the guys
Cheers.
for the podium stuff, guys. So fantastic. Thank you for joining me
Yeah.
tonight with the podium
Congratulations,
questions.
Coop. Well done, SJD.
Cheers, mate. Thank you. Cheers, guys.
So I'll let them guys get off the podium stuff now. So the guys will have their own Guinnesses afterwards and that one.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, from my overall view of the race itself, it was a interesting start, to be fair. But looking at it from everyone's point of view, there were some instances where I've never seen Fasconi, for 34 laps, absolutely insane stuff. You'll never see that. Same with like Tony White, who did 33 laps on the Sauber car, and he just got seventh because of the mistake from Ferrari and Mr. Sky Z, which was definitely Ferrari FC's fault for not judging the braking point on that one. But Tony White got seventh and done well to keep that. But because of that incident at the first lap, Asconi and Tony White tried to do everything possible to try and get back up to the top half. But fair play to them. Fair play to them. But again, Coupe, like I said, from all the years I've known, from all the seasons I've known him, feels like decades now, but for all the seasons I've known him, he has matured and improved. And I know it's only been one race where he absolutely dominated this race, which I've never seen before from him for a very long time. So it was a massive win for him, especially after he got eighth. Is it eighth? Yeah, he got eighth last week, so that's a massive coup. Get it? Massive coup. So, but yeah, cheers for that, guys. SUD got second out of nowhere. I thought he might try and close in MJQ, but didn't work out. But who knows? Who knows? Depending on how the penalties sort out next week. But the guys here and Fasconi proving me wrong again. And I told him off for stopping it now because he's done it twice. Will he get the hat trick? Will he get a podium in the French? We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. But he's improving left, right, and centre, and he's doing really well. So will he get a hat trick of proving me wrongs from here and in the F3? We'll have to wait and see how it goes. But thanks again, guys, and I wish you all the very best. Hopefully, Craig will be back next week. We will definitely have the English-Scottish banter, which I am definitely missing. Anyway, but anywho, guys, I wish you all the very best, and I'll see you all next week at the glorious race of the French. Vive la France! Ha 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 ha! For the Renault team. Ha 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 ha! Let's see how it goes. So, cheers for that, guys. I'll see you all next week. Take care of yourselves. And always remember, stay classy. Cheers for that, guys. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.